Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Be So Light. Hold on one second. Let me grab my. I already see something I'm not liking. I'm gonna grab it. Take care of the situation. Okay. Um. There. What color? Okay. We gotta talk. So I'm not gonna be on here long. I had some things come through, and I have to work on a couple of things. I have a client I have to do some work for, but I want to talk about this dream I had. Now, this is the second dream I've had about the sky. Now, the first one I had, this was about maybe 2.5 weeks ago. The sky in the dream, it was like this amber color, red and yellows, like it was on fire. Okay, it was like bright colors, and the way the sky was, it was just like waves of this light, like flames across the sky, okay? And you could see it. And I said, "Oh my God, the sky is on fire. The sky is on fire." So I woke up from that dream. I was like, okay, the sky was on fire. Now we speed forward to last night, the dream. I should say, actually, the dream was more probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. A lot of messages have been coming in around that time. And this time in this dream, I'm walking outside and I'm like just kind of walking. I'm enjoying the walk and I'm looking. And as I'm walking out, I look up at the sky and I said, "Whoa." And I hear this huge, like, breaking sound, like a cracking sound. It was like kind of like how when you hit glass and it makes it like a mirror or a glass and it makes that shattering sound, like it's spidering before it finally just breaks. And I'm looking and I said, "What? Why is it making that noise?" And I said, "Ah, the the firmament is breaking." That's all I said. The firmament is breaking. As soon as I said that, I look up and I see the whole upper sphere spidering, cracking, breaking. And I'm like, "Oh my God, the whole top of the sky is breaking." And as soon as I said those words, it broke. And as it was falling down, it's like it had its own memory. It didn't want to come crashing all the way down, hurting anybody. So what it did, it came down and it was kind of like watching the Matrix, how things stop in motion and kind of drift down. It stopped and then drifted down all the way down. People were able to dodge parts of it and move, and nobody got hurt. And it came down and it landed on the earth, and it just kind of just laid there. It looked like crystals, like crystals. And it just laid there. And then I look up and I tell everybody who was walking around, I said, look up, everyone, look up." We look up, and it was like you could see the real sky, the real sky that's been there all along, crispy clear. You can see other planets that were next to us, other like moon, sun, things that were right there. You could just see them. They were right there. And there was no clouds, nothing obscuring the view. The air was crispy clear. It was shimmery. Everything was shimmery. Oh, wow, look at that. Shimmery, like light just coming down. And as it was coming down, it was just infiltrating the whole thing. And then you could still hear the cracking echo sound like across the land. Like it was just cracking all the way through. You could still hear it. It was just like riveting, like it was going. It's like, whoa. It just kept going and going and going. And then it was just all this light came in. All of this light came into play. So when I woke up, I said, what? I'm having a dream about that? I thought I would have had a dream about the watching the old movie The Vulture. The Vulture. If you ever want to check that movie out, watch The Vulture. Made in 1966 or 1976, one of those numbers. But you can see it here on YouTube. And the reason why I bring that up is because of the fact that when I was young, my mom and myself, my mom, my brother, and I used to watch Creature Feature. Now, those of us that are 50s on up, we know the show Creature Feature. Okay. And Bob Wilkins, I think, would be the host of the show. Okay, it's Creature Feature. So when that movie came on, I remember when my mom and I and my brother were sitting up, and a Creature Feature show always came on a Saturday night. My dad would go to work. We would crawl into bed with my mom and have popcorn and watch Creature Feature on TV. So that night we were watching the movie called The Vulture. And The Vulture, when I was watching it last night, I was like, what the hell was I thinking when I was watching that movie? And it was talking about all of the Easter Island, the god that had a man's head and a bird's body. I was like, what? And then they were talking about the scientific things that they would do to they talked about all the ritualistic stuff because the movie starts off with this woman, and those of you that are 50 and 60 something, you'll remember this movie. You can go right into it. And did you know they had internet archive that comes up? Bing knows how to get into the internet archive and dig up stuff for you and give it to you for free. She's so helpful, isn't she? Oh, I can find this for you and give you you can go to internet archives for free and get this information. I'm like, really? This might not have worked out so well for Lizzie Morrison. Anyway. So, back to the movie real quick. So this woman's on the bus and the bus driver lets her off at this cut through. She likes to cut through the cemetery, and the guy says, "Oh, I would never go through the cemetery on this time of night. It's storming, and it's dark, and there's too many ghosts." And da 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 da. She says, "Well, it's the quickest way I like to get home is cut through the cemetery, and I can go straight through that pathway." And so he lets her off. So she cutting through the cemetery, and she sees this one tomb head that's shifting and moving, and she's like, "That's moving." And then finally, the headstone falls down, and then the ground opens up, and this half man and bird being flies out of the ground, and it flies over her. So you don't actually see it the way they did it. You see the shadow, and then you hear the wings flapping, and you see her looking at it like this, and she screams because she's just feeling terrified of what she just witnessed. When she screams and terrified, when they found her the next morning and took her to the hospital, her hair turned completely white. Her hair was completely white from after what she saw. But that movie, I'm not going to say anything more about it, but you have to go in and watch it because of the fact the dialogue that they were using. Like, for instance, there's a scene where the husband, who's like an investigator, scientist type of person, he says, "Hello, I need to order a fast car." "Yes, I need a fast car." "No, I'll drive it myself." So they bring him a fast car to the hotel and or the inn or wherever he was staying, and he gets in the fast car. It looks like a 1960 69, maybe 1960 65 edition of the Mustang. So he gets in it, and you can tell he wasn't really used to driving the fast car because he's all over the place driving the fast car. So I want to share that with you. It's called The Vulture. You have to type in The Vulture, and it will come up unedited here on YouTube, 90-minute. But listen to the dialogue of what they're saying. And when I was listening to it, I said, damn, there it is right there. They're saying it right there. Damn. So I need everyone, we're approaching 12/12, the energy of that. We have all these alignments going on as far as different energies aligning and things happening. Um, you need to be very, very aware of people, and this is for the light workers, people who will be targeted to get to you. Okay. Like your friend might have a bad or off day or something, and something comes and gets on their energy field to insult you, to be rude to you, whatever it is. Okay. And I can honestly say also animals can be used for this too. But you have to also be aware of your mirrors, your doorways, and your windows, and guard up your bed when you're sleeping at night. I can't stress that enough for right now what's going on, because everyone's going through their tests. Everyone's going through their their timeline life review. Like certain things might be happening that's reminding you a relationship that you ended, but there's energy that's currently happening that's showing up in your life right now that's mimicking what you already went through with someone else. Remember, you you might have learned a lesson, but there might have been other stuff you still didn't get, and it's showing up and it's testing you to see if you really learned a lesson or if you're just going to cave in and just say F this, I'm just going to go do something else. But pay attention this week all the way until we coming out of this month, how people that you interact with, places that you go to, whatever, pay attention to how people are acting. What is their mood? What are they saying? How are they looking at you? Are they gaslighting you? Are they just trying to use up your energy? Pay attention, because these type of energy beings love to attach onto other people, especially if they're low vibrational, to get to you, to target you, to take your energy down, to get you not to complete something, to get you not to complete a task, or to maybe not go do that journey, to maybe not go live where you wanted to go live, or to go interact or go meet up with this person or something. Um, so just know this. This is something you're really going to want to stay true to and really go and be just pay attention to it. Um, I'm going to go ahead and draw this out. Um, Trying to remember everything that's coming up. Women, you need to understand something. You're going to be getting called to really step up into your priestesshood of self or your goddess form, but really your priestess energy is going to be coming in really loud and clear, and to be very connected into your priestess energy. There will be little things happening around you that you'll need to tweak or change or do something different. That's totally in alignment with your divine priestess self that's coming in. So, trying to see. Um, Trying to see what else. Yeah, my apologies for coming on so late. You know what it was? I got caught up. I got caught up in making butter squash spaghetti. All right, that's what happened. Took a little longer than I expected, but the results were good. So, can't believe how hard that skin is. So hard. It's terrible. And all the goodness is on the inside. Then I made my lemon honey papaya um, fruit that you can eat, but it's stored in the refrigerator and it's honey and lime and lemon juice over it as a part of helping with digestion. Then I made, yeah, that's why I came on late. Then I made chopped up cucumbers and cilantro and a little bit of onion, um, soaked in sea salt and vinegar. Um, that's like extra little cucumber crunchies for taking that in. But the papaya honey, lemon, digestive eating papaya, yeah, that one's a good one. So it's real easy. Just cut up that papaya, take the seeds out. I put the seeds aside because I'm going to use those as a detox cleanse. And then you take and chop up your papaya, small little cubes, find a glass jar to put it in that, squeeze your lemon and your lime over it, then place a nice good um, amount of honey on top of it, all natural honey. Shake it up, let it get all on that, and then put it in the refrigerator. Yeah. Now, if you want to spice it up a little bit and put a little bit of cardamom on it, you can do that. Cardamon's good. But don't go too crazy with it because you really just want the whole natural enzyme of the papaya that you want to work with that fruit. So that's why I got caught up with that. And then once I made the butter squash spaghetti, I said I wanted to make it like a dish. So I took tikka masala, all natural ingredients in the tikka masala sauce, and I took the pesto garlic mix that comes with the olive oil and the pine nuts and everything that's already mixed in it. Mixed that up in there with a little bit of butter. Got it all nice and good. Then I added in, if I wanted to put some turkey meat in it, sausage, and I put once I got it into the pan after I already cooked it in the oven, 400 degrees, okay, about 40 minutes. Cut it in half and cook it downward, okay. There's plenty of videos to show you how to do it, but that's how I did it. Cut the thing in half, put a little bit of olive oil on the metal sheet thing, cooked it downwards so that I could scrape it out, you know. And that was so cool to be able to scrape it all out and watch how it all came out. And it was so good, you guys. Once I did that, I got it, laid it in a nice big pan on the stove and made little cubby holes and then put an egg in each one of those so it would be poached inside of each one of those. And just layered in cilantro, onions. It was already mixed with the garlic and the butter and sprinkle a little bit of the seasoning on it and however you want to season it. And then let it cook for about 15 minutes or so. And then after that, I got the tikka masala and put that on top of it, covered it up, let it cook for another 5, 10 minutes, and then turn it off. And then went to town. It was good. So good. I was amazed. That looks like it's going to be my new thing instead of just eating it as a soup and everything. I think I'm going to just cook it like that because it was so good. Okay, let's look at the energy of right now. We have Soul Journey. Yes, this is interesting. Look at that. What was I talking about? The sky opened up. Soul Journey. Look at that. Doesn't it look like it's opening? That's crazy. Next card. Empathic overload. It is time for you to truly honor your highly sensitive nature. Some of us are getting very overload. Yes, yes. I know. We're getting overload. You're feeling like, "I can't take it anymore." You are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. What thought patterns do you need to shift? Love this. So far, we have a nine, a three, and a seven. Nine, a three, and a seven energy. Look at that. So we got that 40, that 34. So everyone be good to yourself. I just wanted to hop on here really quick. Um, I have something I will definitely be doing for 12/12, and it hasn't come through all the way yet because I have some things that I have to get ready for. So, everyone, please pay attention to what I was saying. Go watch the movie The Vulture. You can watch it for free. It's a good oldie. But pay attention, like I said, pay attention to the dialogue, what they're saying on the dialogue. All right? All right. Enjoy having some butter squash spaghetti. That's such an easy, such an easy recipe to do, and it's just so easy to make it, and it's plentiful, you know. And I get my organic. Look at the number 9 on that sticker that's promoting that it is organic, not any other number that's a 6 or a 4, where it's contaminated with a lot of stuff. Sad we got to pay attention to all these details now, isn't it? Too bad, you know. Used to be we could be existing on this planet without all this worry and fuss and mire over everything. But now we got to constantly do this. So be good to yourselves. I will be having some good medicine coming through. Um, Thank you for liking the video that I did where I went into some light language at the end and sung one of my light language songs. So thank you so much for that. All right, I got to run. Be so light. Be good to yourself. Much love. Thank you so much for the likes. Remember what I said. Other people can be used. And here's a tidbit. If anybody, hi darling, if anybody is addicted to drugs, alcohol, they're not in their home. And if you're a light worker and you're with someone that does that and you keep thinking they're going to change, they are going to be used to get to you, to get you not to do your work, to bring your work down, to always interfere with what you're doing. People who have alcohol and drug abuse issues are sedating themselves because it's something that happened to them that they can't deal with. And it's a pain that they keep trying to sedate because they don't want to go, they don't want to relive it again. They keep sedating themselves with this. Okay. Which means that they are not home. They're not home when they're doing it, which means that the entity that helps them to stay in the addiction is there. And 9 times out of 10, when shit goes down and you're being gaslighted, you're being abused, being talked to wrongly, the person that has the attachment, you're dealing with their attachment and not the extra person because the extra person is in checked out. They're not in their home. Okay, until they go to sleep. Then the being is sleep and then they wake up and don't know what the hell happened. This is why you always get people who are heavy drinkers, drug abusers. They always say the same thing. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I can't remember that. Well, of course you don't remember it because you weren't in your home. This is one of my biggest pet peeves about myself personally. I don't drink, I don't do drugs that will make me feel like I am not going to be home. I don't want to make it easy for something to come and jump and take over. And then you got other problems. They're looking. They're looking for bodies, these beings. They have to have a body to be in. If you leave yours vacant, guess what? You are now the host. All right. So I'm gonna leave you with that because the times we're stepping into, the way that dream was, how it was breaking and shattering. Something's opening up. Something's being released. And everybody's gonna get to see it and hear it. You watch and see. Watch and see. All right? Just watch and see. All right. I got something coming up. All right. I'll tell you later. Yeah, just I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. And I already pulled the cards. All right. Much love. Be good to yourself. Okay. Much love to all of you. All right. We're gonna talk. Peace of light. Bye.